Hello, happy Saturday. I have to do like a little disclaimer for the beginning of this review because I spent a lot of it calling the main character, one of the main characters of the movie, the wrong name. The character's name is not Terry. I don't know why I said that. I watched this movie last night. Clearly, I was a little bit tired, got most of it. His name is Teddy. The character's name is Teddy. That's the disclaimer. Enjoy the review. Well, hello, good morning, and happy Saturday. It's time to review a movie. Today's movie is called Bugonia, and it's pretty good. Let's discuss. Thank you so much for checking out the video. Before we start, please click on the subscribe button and the notification bell. That way you know whenever I post new content. You can also like and share this. You can also follow me on X, you can follow me on Rumble, and you can follow me on Instagram. I am on all of those places if you care to see my content there as well. Okay, so I have to kind of give you a little bit of backstory on this particular director. He is Greek. He has a very Greek name. His name is Yorgos Lanthimos, and he's made a couple movies. I didn't see his last movie, Kind of Kindness, which is like an anthology film, Kinds of Kindness. But I did see the movie before that, because it's called Poor Things, and that movie sucks, and I cannot stand it. I think that movie is truly like an abomination. I think it's one of the most embarrassing things that Hollywood has ever released. And if I watched it now, I guarantee you I would hate that movie as much as the first time I saw it. Now, there are movies that I've seen on the first go around that I've like really grown to either like or love. Two great examples. The first time I saw The Big Lebowski, I hated it. And now it's one of my all-time favorite movies, and I think it's legitimately the best comedy ever made. I think the script is perfect and the movie's amazing. But the first time I saw it, I didn't get it. Second example, Gangs of New York. Hated it the first time I saw it, hated every second of it, have grown to really like it. I think it's still a like deeply flawed film, and I don't think it's Scorsese's best work, but you cannot discount the work that Daniel Day-Lewis as Bill the Butcher. Daniel Day-Lewis does as Bill the Butcher. I think he's truly like a revelation and fantastic in that movie. So I really do like it now, even though I hated it the first time I saw it. Poor Things has not aged for me any better. I think not just the quality of the film, but I think the story that it tells is disgusting. And I think it's very like exemplary of Hollywood to have a young child in the body of a grown woman and then just have everybody having sex with her, and that's the movie. That's what Poor Things is. There's nothing else to it. People might try and like talk about the deeper subtext and what's really going on, and don't let them fool you. That's what the movie is about, and it's trash. Now, this movie, despite my disdain of this director's previous work, is really great. I think Bugonia it's got some pretty significant flaws in how the story is told. I think there's some particular plot twists that you could see coming a mile away. But overall, like performances, the cinematography, the writing, the style, I think this movie is really, really great. And I was pleasantly surprised. I don't think he's redeemed himself for Poor Things, but I think this is a much better movie. It's weird because I feel like it's flown under the radar much more than that movie has. And again, I think it's just a complete damnation of the Hollywood filmmaking system that a movie like that gets rewarded for being a horrible, disgusting abomination, and a movie like this kind of flies more under the radar. So a bit disappointing, but I can't say that I'm all that surprised. So what is this movie about? Jesse Plemons plays this dude Terry, who is clearly like some sort of conspiracy theorist who's into online things, and his mom is like really sick and in a coma. And she's just like in a coma for the whole time, and it's Alicia Silverstone, which I kind of like picked up on watching it. I mean, she's significantly older than she was in Clueless, but it's her, and she just lays there in a coma all day, and that's a pretty cool role, I guess. And so he's like really into these weird conspiracy theories, and he kidnaps Michelle, who is this executive at a pharmaceutical company. She's clearly like the strong, independent woman who like wants to meet her diversity quotas, and they kind of poke fun at that whole like corporate diversity thing, which I think is just great and hilarious. I think Hollywood should be doing some more introspective stuff like that. And he and his cousin Don kidnap her because they think she's an alien and they want her to take them to her alien spaceship to like plead with the Emperor to leave Earth alone. So the movie's got some twists, really interesting twist at the end. Again, it's kind of telegraphed pretty obviously. But this, if I had to describe this movie to you, it's a movie, I've described so far 2 characters. There's three of them. There's Michelle, Don, Terry, and then there's like this cop that is got a bit of a dicey past, and he's like really uncomfortable, and it feels like it's kind of shoehorned into the movie because this director has this weird obsession with kids, and I think it's weird. So it's shoehorned into the movie. So this is really a movie about 4 people. But it's really a movie about 3 people. And it's really a movie about 2 people. That's how I would describe this movie. You have Michelle and Terry. Their relationship is like it. Their relationship is the entire movie as they go back and forth, and he's like trying to make his case that he's the savior of humanity, and she's trying to make her case that, hey, I'm just a corporate executive and people are going to be looking for me. And then she goes from like pleading to begging to sympathy, and watching them like really go at it from an acting standpoint is great. I think Jesse Plemons and Emma Stone really deserve a lot of credit for their roles here. And I think there's a lot of like meat on the bone in terms of acting and the script and the story. And I think the movie gives them a lot to work with, and I think it's really good. So Don is like the dim-witted kind of side character, definitely giving Lenny from Of Mice and Men vibes. I think he's like on the spectrum. Back in the day, we would have just called him slow, because that's what I thought the entire time. I'm like, oh yeah, this dude's just slow and doesn't really like have any sort of social abilities, in that like he clearly doesn't even know how to talk to the person standing next to him. So I think this movie's great, and I was really surprised. So in terms of flaws, like the 2 pretty substantial like oh shit moments in the movie, one is like the big plot twist. I wasn't surprised when it came about, kind of anticipated it. And the other one is just kind of like an oh shocking moment in the movie, and that one is like really, really obvious as you watch the scene play out. So really, those are my own 2 criticisms. Also, like the weird thing with the cop babysitter is strange and unnecessary. But other than that, I think this movie's great. Really pleasantly surprised and loved it. So thank you for watching the review. Let me know what you think. Sound off in the comments. Tell me, am I wrong about Bugonia? Am I right about it? Also, the title, I don't really like. I read about it a little bit, and it's not really explained in the movie whatsoever. So it's called Bugonia. I'm probably forgetting it every time because it's not really relevant. I'm sure it's relevant to the plot of the movie, but it's not explained in the movie. So leave it at that. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you next week, next Saturday at 9 a.m. Thanks for watching.